Hey, disclaimer. I am not an expert in any way at this game. I think I'm a low expert tier player, so, if I say anything that sounds like advice, take it with a grain of salt. This is my first MOBA, which it could be said that I probably am not the best person to review a game in a genre I know nothing about, but at the same time, this game is kind of targeted and designed for beginner MOBA players. So I think I'm good. Also, I think it should be said that this is in no way a walkthrough or advice on how to play the game well. I am in no position to give that advice out. This is, of course, a review, but if you do want my little competitive knowledge, all I will say is Ninetales and Snorlax in the top lane, Step 2 Gengar, Step 3 Prophet. So, if we're all being honest with ourselves, the worst part about Pokemon is the main series of games. We're all here, and you know it, we're all here for, one, the nostalgia, two, outside material like the anime, manga, card game, and, of course, the spin-offs. And the newest of which is Pokemon Unite, which is a 5v5 MOBA, and it's for free, and it's for Nintendo Switch. And, you know what? It's pretty rare that I put out a review while a game is still relevant, so I'm going to seize the opportunity and actually sit down and make a review. Okay? So, let's begin. Right. So, in this game, you and 4 other players attack both wild and opposing Pokemon to gain XP to level up, evolve, and learn new moves. And when you KO a Pokemon, you gain Aeos energy, which you can dump into an enemy base to gain points. Be careful though, because when a player's in their team's base, they slowly gain health back over time, making them much harder to kill, meaning you're not going to win a 1v1 fight against them. One thing I will give this game is that they did a good job making every character play completely different. This is helped by the 5 playstyles: attackers who have great range and are your main scorers, tanks which are usually on the front line, soaking up hits and disrupting the opposing team's offense, support which offers buffs and heals, speedsters which are the best played in the middle, grinding wild Pokemon and getting involved in the action whenever their team needs them, kind of as like a flex position, and all-rounders which can do a little bit of everything. Items are also a minor aspect, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. All of this creates a very engaging and fun flow of gameplay, especially during the earlier and middle bits of a match. Short bursts of scrimmages with grinding for Aeos energy in between, meaning you always have something to do during a round. I have a few nitpicks, like how because of the Switch is lack of voice chat, I think this is the type of game that I would like voice chat in, because it's team-based and strategic and all that. I think it's a big blow to the game like this. And support characters feel a little bit like an afterthought. Like, there's, I think, 3, maybe a couple in the game, but they never really feel like they make that big of an impact. So that's the early and mid-game, but what about the late game? Well, at the 2-minute mark, 2 things start happening. Zapdos appears in the middle of the map, offering massive amounts of Aeos energy, and it eliminates the charge up on scoring at bases, so you can just hit the button and instantly score, instead of having to wait for a little bit of time. That keeps going for like a short period of time. And along with that, at the 2-minute mark, when there's 2 minutes left, all scoring is doubled. I have mixed feelings about these 2 things as a combination. The massive amounts of scoring in this section of the game makes the earlier parts of the round feel a little pointless. I mean, why carefully strategize attacks in the first 8 minutes of the game if it feels like who wins comes down to whoever commits animal abuse on the lightning chicken the fastest? It turns a strategy team-based game into absolute chaos. That being said, chaos is very fun. If you just took out the 2 times multiplier and kept Zapdos, I think you have a much better game. You would also have a much better game without microtransactions. I'll go over this quickly, because a lot of people are going over it.
You can gain this currency that helps you max out the stats of items, and you can basically just buy that with real money at a much quicker rate than grinding for it like a peasant. Is this pay to win? Yes. I mean, it's not like whoever wins a game comes down to whoever spent the more amount of money, but it's still a little scummy. I honestly don't know why you can even permanently increase your items. Instead, you should be able to increase the items through the duration of a round before it resets at the end. This way, how good your items are during a game directly depends on how well you perform. I know they have to make money and all, but I feel like a skin system and a battle pass, which they also already have, would be better for monetization. Oh yeah, and when it comes to the online servers, they're not bad. Not Mario Maker too bad, but they're a little rough around the edges, but I haven't experienced too many troubles with it.
So, my final thoughts on Pokemon Unite is I really like the game. I think it's fun. I think Pokemon and its ideas really work well in a MOBA setting, and I can't wait to see what's up and what's going to be next for the game, both competitively and casually, as they add new buffs and nerfs and characters. There's a few hiccups along the road, a few things I think can be tweaked, but I'm still excited for the future of the game. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 9. Tell me what you think about the game in the comments down below, and I'll see y'all next video. Bye-bye.